Hello everyone, it's Pat at Beads and Plenty More, and today I'm going to show you how to make this earring. It starts with a teardrop pearl, and then I've made all these little clusters with glass beads and head pins, and I've used the ball head pin that has a little end on it. Now you could achieve this by using a little 2mm bead as well as a regular head pin, but the ball head pins come in very handy. So I've done up quite a few of them here. The ball head pins come in a pack of 10, and so I just decided, well, probably 10 would be a good number. I used a regular head pin with the stopper on the end to go through my pearl bead and set that up like that. And then as I've cut the pieces and done the turn on the loop at the top, I've kept the little cut off so that I can measure how much I need to cut off on these pins. So we'll just measure against this one that I've already cut off. Go to the point and be sure to hold the other end when you're cutting. Very dangerous if you don't, because it can snap into your face and eyes. Okay, and so we'll cut that one. And one more here that I'm going to do for you in front of the camera. Okay, so I've got 3 little guys ready to go. That one looks a bit shorter, so we'll cut this one back a little bit. There we are. Okay, so I fed these the beads onto these pins like that. Just make sure they're pulled all the way down. Sometimes it can straighten your wires with the nylon jaw pliers too if they're not totally straight, and makes it easier to feed it onto the pins. The pin, or go through the beads. Sometimes the beads just won't go unless they're just exactly right, if they have really small holes. Okay, so that's the 3rd one. Now I used my small end pliers to make these loops because I wanted the loops to be fairly small. I want the glass and pearl to be the important part, not the wire. So I'm just making a regular loop. It can be centered. It's not real critical when we're putting them all together like this because they get nested in together. Just make sure they're closed so that they don't fall off the pin. So just pull back and make that circle and get it in nice and tight. So don't need that piece. So my pearl on a regular head pin, I've got a little bit firmer head pin for that. And I'll just pick up all of these. They don't have to be in any particular order because they're just kind of clustering together. Unless you're working with multicolored beads, then maybe you'd want to put them in order so that you have them in a regular grouping. So push these all down so that they form a nice cluster. And then I'm going to cut away some of this so that I just have enough for making my circle. And this circle I want to get in really tight so that it will hold all the cluster without, so it won't move around too much. So I get them kind of moved around, so I got some on each side. Push down tight with my fingers. And always with a head pin, hold with your finger down here. Always helps to keep the pin from sliding out to the bottom. Then I'm going to take my round pliers, a little bit bigger circle on this one, and go give a loop. And I chose these lever backs with the little flower on. I thought they kind of went nicely with this design. Hook that in before I close it totally. And now I'm going to just go back and push that cluster all nice and tight. Oops. The cluster's riding up on my circle. Again, hold the bottom of the head pin so that it doesn't end up with a gap. And then I'm going to close this up really tight so that it's against the base wire, like that. So there we have it, a nice little cluster earring with pearl at the bottom and a nice fancy lever back at the top. Straighten it out there. And as you wear them, these can move, so that makes it look really nice too. That's all there is to it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.